This has been my favorite bright pink. Like I told you guys, I have another surprise. So amazingly delicious. And I'm so excited. Oh. Hello, my mature, radiant, serene friends. Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Tia. And as you can see, I'm putting my makeup on because I'm getting ready to head out to Home Goods. I have a storage room full of home decor items, but I just finished my home decor for spring. And I want to just go and get like something a little bit special. I mainly just want to go outside because y'all, I literally went out on a date last Saturday. Yesterday was the first time I went outside to go grocery shopping since I came in from date night on Saturday night. Who does that? I go to the gym in the morning. The gym is in the building. I work from home. I had no reason to go outside. I drive my car like maybe at the most a mile a week. I'm going to show you guys what I put together for my spring decor this season, and of course I'll show you what I pick up at Home Goods. I'm also going to Bloomingdale's because I have a dress that I only wore in my Thanksgiving short video where I was coming up with Thanksgiving outfit ideas. I got to go to Publix because I need to pick up some ginger because it's time for me to make another batch of my lemon ginger tea pulp, and yeah, a couple of little things like that. And it's a beautiful, gorgeous spring day here in Atlanta. It's Saturday, March 21st. And y'all, it's already late in the afternoon. It's already like 2 o'clock. I've been like just chilling all morning long, which I needed. And I'm using this Truth or Bare Morphe eyeshadow palette with just some neutrals. As you can see, this one has been definitely getting some use. And this is kind of like my go-to when I really don't feel like doing my makeup like that. Now, let me go ahead and do some of this setting spray and pat this in. This is a recent little makeup trick that I saw on somebody's channel. I forgot what her name is. But I was like, So if you want that little skin finish, and it actually kind of works, y'all. You go ahead and put your foundation and powder on, and once you kind of get it where you want it to get, you go ahead and wet your beauty blender. And I have some Morphe's Continuous Setting Mist, and put that on here. Aging beautifully, gracefully, and happily is the real flex. So my focus is always on my peace and my happiness. And what does that mean? For me, you know, I don't have any children at home, but if I did, I would find myself, I think I would find myself carving out time for myself. I think I would find myself making sure that my space looks beautiful. I think I would find myself making my home feel like that it's just conducive to all the healthy habits that I want to develop. So just like I was showing y'all last week, my refrigeration system, which is not perfect at all. Right now it's just 2 bins and me kind of like just organizing. I'm still playing with it, but organizing things in a way where everything is easy. And I'm going to go more in detail today and show you guys the exact whole little system. I call it my Healthy Woman Corner. And so I have my supplements on the first level right above my tea station, so I can drink my tea, take my supplements, boom, easy, all in one spot. Above that is where I have all of my toppings, and I'll go into all the different type of nuts and all the different little mystery items, some of the things you guys may not recognize what were in some of those jars. I'll go a little bit more into that, but y'all, that has been just a game changer for me because I needed to make it easy. I'm one of those type of people, I think I eat when I get emotional, I eat if I'm bored. I love to cook, so I naturally just love good food. So you know, I have to set my place up in a way where the things I eat, if I do feel like eating, aren't something that's going to cost me a whole lot of calories. The one thing I will say is when you walk them 10,000 steps and burn that 500 calories, it's hard for me to eat something wrong because I'm like, that's a good bit of work. And I'm normally a person that needs variety. So by me being able to have that little crunchy toppings for my salads, yogurt bowls, my popcorn bowls for movie night and all that, it just gives me a lot of variety. Oh, that reminds me, let me write this down. I gotta get me some more crushed pineapple because when I make the homemade yogurt, obviously it's not sweet, but it is so delicious. But the 1 tablespoon of that crushed pineapple and any other fruit I add is just perfect. Not going outside for what, 4 or 5 days actually is good for me, because I'm one of those people, I can sit in the house. I know most people are not like that, but I love being in the house because I'm just relaxed and all of that, and I can just focus on everything I need to focus on. But I'm also very excited to go out today. But yeah, we're going outside today. We're going outside today. Probably not going out on a date tonight. Well, my honey bear will be coming back over here most likely. But I think we're going to just chill tonight because, y'all, this pollen here in Atlanta is going crazy. I'm glad that my little Zyrtec has been working for me, but he was not feeling well at all last night. So we'll see. In either case, I got plenty to do. I might cook something, y'all, because I don't know. I get these weird inklings to do stuff. Like this week, I was like, oh, you know, I want some chicken marsala. And the only time I've ever had chicken marsala is at Olive Garden, which I haven't been to in quite some time. And I was like, I would love to cook that. So last week when I went grocery shopping, I did go and get some marsala cooking wine. I've already been fasting all day. All I've had today was a cup of tea. We can talk about that later, but I do something that's called like carb cycling, but eating according to my period, because I do still get my period. But people follow this plan even if you have your period or not. Depending on where I am in my period determines how long I'm going to fast, or if I'm not going to fast at all. So this is the point where I get to eat some carbs, but I make sure that I don't overdo it and I stay within my 1500 calorie caloric deficit. You know what's so funny too is I remember in my 20s I was reading a magazine that said if you wanted to look more youthful to only bring your eyeliner to about halfway in. And I've been doing that since I was 20 something, man. Is it still working? I don't know. When we were at brunch last Sunday, one of my friends asked me what color lipstick this is, and it's Impassioned by MAC. And then she went to go look for it, and y'all see I'm digging out of here with a brush because I haven't bought this one in a while. It takes me a while to go through lipsticks because I have so many colors and I only wear certain colors at certain times. And I only wear this bright pink in the summertime, spring and summertime. But y'all, we couldn't find it online, and it's called Impassioned. So fingers crossed, I might have to go to the mall because I want to get another one of these, and I hope the color didn't go away. This has been my favorite bright pink since maybe around 2012. I've been wearing this color for well over a decade, maybe a decade and a half. And today's fragrance is L'Impératrice Royale by Dolce & Gabbana. I would say this one is a nice year-round scent, but this one I keep in my little lipstick bag. So this is like just a freshen up fragrance. So I don't have this on my fragrance table. But when I opened this up today, I was like, oh, I forgot I had this travel size in here. And these last me a long time too. This feels like it's got like over half in here. All right, I'll be back. I hope y'all can see this really good. This is so delicious. And since it's so late, I'm gonna go ahead and just eat this before I go so I don't get tempted to eat anything crazy. Just a quick meal I made yesterday. This is my super late lunch. And I'm gonna have some beets on the side. I love beets, y'all. But yeah, this is what I'm having for lunch before I head out. All right, just wanted to show you guys my finished hair and makeup. And let me show you what I'm wearing. I picked this up at Marshall's, I think, yeah, last year, I think. I love it. It's just gorgeous. It has this amazing gold detail on the straw bag. Very beautiful. This short set came from Shein, I believe, probably about 2 years ago. And I have these cute little flats by Karl Lagerfeld that I picked up at the Bloomingdale's outlet last year. Look, I have a good hair day. See y'all in a little bit. Okay, I made it back from my little outing. It was so good to get out. No luck at Bloomingdale's. This is the dress that I was trying to take back. And if you really want to see what it looks like on, I did a Thanksgiving holiday outfit short. And it's a beautiful dress. Balloon sleeve, short sleeve, button up with gold buttons. Really nice detail. Gorgeous dress. But it's a heavy denim, so it's like I don't really want to wear flowers. I mean, I really don't follow rules like that, so I could have worn this, and I planned to wear this with boots like I was thinking for Thanksgiving, and I think I styled it with a Valentino belt, but I don't know. I have an event coming up next month, and if the weather is not too bad, it's kind of like a spring event, so I may just wear this. So no luck with that, but I did find these gorgeous beauties. And y'all listen, I haven't worn a stack heel in so long, but when I saw these, they just screamed, and I was like, oh, I had to get these. And it has a little Sam Edelman little detail there on the back. These are very comfortable. I can promise you, I am not the one to be wearing uncomfortable heels, but because of this platform, y'all know how these still can be hit or miss because of this right here. But this, the way this lays, is so comfortable. I can walk around in these all day, it seems like, but gorgeous. They look really nice on my feet, and actually they look gorgeous with this dress. So this in a gold purse or a cream purse might just work out for next month. So love that. So that was my little Bloomingdale's win for today. Then I popped on over to drop my stuff at Goodwill, and then I went to Home Goods. Home Goods was cool, but being that I have, like I said, a storage room full of stuff, like there's a candy dish, I have the exact same one. Y'all see the dish where I have my pears and now I have lemons in, the exact same base at Home Goods. Actually, I found that one in the trash room because somebody had a big, huge bouquet of flowers in there, and I was like, what? So I just threw the flowers away and brought the vase home and washed it up. And now it stores my fruit beautifully, and it looks gorgeous. I love stuff like that, so you can't beat free. The other thing I was looking for a candle that was a little bit more lavender, but this is what I ended up getting. I didn't see anything that was like just super screaming my name that I had to have. I was also looking for a spring wreath to put on my door, but it was kind of hard to buy one because I already have one, but it's in storage. I just didn't get it the last time because I was just trying not to bring too much, and it was in a bin that I really didn't feel like getting to. So got this, and I'll show you guys where I placed this in a minute when I show y'all my spring decor. And the last thing I got from Home Goods was this door hook, and this is just because my bathrobe is just annoying being hung on the same one with my towel. It's right by the door, and sometimes I can't close the door, so I'm gonna put this on the other door to hang my bathrobes. And then I popped over to Publix really quick to get some sherry cooking wine, because the recipe I'm following for the marsala, chicken marsala, has marsala wine and sherry cooking wine. And I really could have just used one, but I was like, you know what, let me go ahead and get some sherry because I might make like some, I I'm from the low country in South Carolina, so she crab soup is very popular, so I can see myself making some of that in the fall, so I'll go ahead and have this on hand. That was it for my little outing today. So let me go ahead and show y'all what I put together this year for my spring decor. I kept it very, very simple. Now because I live alone and because you can see exactly where I live. I still have a really, really nice view, but I shy away from showing the view because of just safety purposes. So I will have the blinds closed. I just wanted to share that just in case you wonder, like, why are the blinds closed on a beautiful, gorgeous spring day? Because when I tell you it is gorgeous outside, it is absolutely gorgeous. Set the mood, I'm about to light an incense, and I just wanted to share this with you guys. If you guys go to World Market and pick up these small little things of incense here, this is Velvet Musk. Y'all, this one smells, it's like a soft perfume. I've actually never smelled an incense that smells like this. It is beautiful. Today is Sunday, March 22nd, and we're back. I had a wonderful day out yesterday, rested well last night and most of the day. It is now like 3:30 in the afternoon, and I'm having some tea. Like I said, this pollen here in Georgia and Atlanta has been crazy, but I've been taking my meds every day. But I don't know, I think this weekend the numbers were extremely high, so I'm having that weird throat feeling. And so my magic tea, as you guys know, is my semi-partial solution to everything. I don't care if I'm having cramps, if I'm feeling nauseated, if I have a headache, if I just want to relax at night, I'm sipping this tea. So I just made a fresh batch with the ginger I bought yesterday. Oh man, I meant to put some mint in here too. But let me go ahead and just talk to you guys. So I was actually talking to someone recently, someone younger than me, and they are already experiencing hot flashes, fatigue, brain fog, and all of that. And I realized, you know, I am not, thankfully, I'm not experiencing any of that yet. And I say yet cautiously because just like I tell my girlfriend Angie a lot of times, I tell her that we are two of the most hard-headed chicks that I know, because the two of us refuse to succumb or subscribe to whatever it is that is supposed to be perimenopause. I'm saying that loosely, but I guess let me rewind it back a little bit. So y'all know how I'm a huge fan of Martha Stewart. I'm equally obsessed with the late great Suzanne Somers, who I loved from the time she was on Three's Company all the way up until her passing. I think she was just an incredible woman, and she's a Libra like me. And so I remember seeing her on Oprah some years ago when she wrote the book Breakthrough. And I think she had Breakthrough 1 and 2. And ironically, y'all, I want to say I either wanted to send or I sent my mom a copy of the book, because I think at that time my mom probably was in her 50s. But anyway, I never watched the show Sex and the City, but I remember going to see the movie with a group of girlfriends, and the book was plugged in the movie, and I was like, oh wow, this is cool. Now I knew about the book before the movie, but I thought that was pretty incredible. And I forgot what the sassy girlfriend Sex and the City character was, but that was the one who was like single. I don't know if they were all single, but she was the one that was like sassy and dating a lot. For some reason during the 2000s, I think that's the time I lived in New York. For some reason, like Girlfriends, Sex and the City, for some reason I caught a couple of episodes here and there throughout my life, but I didn't really watch those shows, so I was kind of out of the loop on that whole thing. But Suzanne's, when the book was plugged, I think in the movie, that particular friend, for whatever reason, she was away from her hormones or meds or whatever it was she was doing to deal with her perimenopause. And, you know, then she's like, oh my God, I'm growing a beard and all this kind of stuff, which was kind of funny in the movie. But just from seeing Suzanne on Oprah, noticing all the different supplements she was taking, I was in like my late 20s, early 30s, so I wasn't even thinking about perimenopause at the time, but I thought it was just very interesting that they were taking a proactive approach. And if you guys have been listening to anything about me, that's just kind of like my personality. I've just always been one to say, how can I get ahead of this? Don't ask me why. I don't know why. God just made me this way. So anyway, I was like, okay, Suzanne is doing taking these supplements and stuff. And at that time, I think I got into being more aware of different supplements, and I'd already kind of had the idea of taking a more natural approach to things. And that was when the conversation got really big about hormone replacement therapy and bioidentical hormones and all of this stuff. But I was like, if I can get ahead of this, maybe, just maybe, I can just beat it, And so that's what me and my friend Angie are always talking about. When we're on the phone for hours, we're talking about relationships and how our thought process is compared to some others. We're talking about how we see, the medical pharmaceutical industry, and just how we want to just take control of our health. Now, I am someone that goes to the doctor. I have a doctor's appointment coming up real soon, but it's just one of those things where when I go to the doctor, I want to help myself as much as possible, be able to come out with a report that is like, okay, you're doing good, you're doing well, and by the grace of God and by the grace of my everyday habits, hopefully that's going to happen. So when the person I was talking to recently was telling me all this stuff that they were experiencing, I was like, man, I'm so grateful that I'm not there yet. Like I said, that person is younger than me, and I think a lot of it has to do not because of discipline or because I'm some special unicorn or I'm so much better than anybody else, but because I have been actively being proactive and what is it that I can do to make the situation better, or to get ahead of it, or to avoid it altogether, or to mitigate whatever the symptoms might be. But more importantly, recently, it's about setting up my life in a way, I'm going to keep saying this, designing my life and setting things up so that it's easier for me. I am not somebody who has any more willpower or discipline than the next person, but I set up things to make it where I can just easily have these habits. Taking my supplements, the Healthy Woman Corner. Of course, I allow myself to cheat. Yes, I'm going to have a piece of cake every now and again. Yes, I'm going to go out to dinner and not stress about what they may have put in there or try to make them recreate. No, I'm going to go. I'm going to have the spaghetti. I'm going to have the whatever it is I want, and I'm going to enjoy myself, because 80 to 90% of the time, I'm going to be more cognizant about what I'm putting in my body, making sure I'm hydrating, and just doing all the things that promote my overall health and definitely promote me getting ahead of this perimenopause. Because frankly, y'all, I don't want to deal with it. I don't want to deal with hot flashes. I don't want to deal with brain fog. I don't want to deal with fatigue. So I just don't want to deal with it. So what I was saying was that even when I'm having my girlfriends over, like I had 2 friends over recently that I hosted for lunch. One of them, amazingly, she's 48 years old and she's having her first baby. We're so excited. I did not abandon myself and my plan. I kept it healthy. We had a beautiful lunch. They enjoyed the food. They called me Susie Homemaker as normal, and we even had dessert. I made a red Thai curry chicken, which was some red Thai curry chicken breast. I had some massaged kale. I made some fresh pickled onions for that day. We had some quinoa, and I made a salad. I had some boiled eggs. It was just such a fresh and tasty, colorful meal, and we all enjoyed it. And for dessert, we had some delicious Bartlett pears. And why do we have the Bartlett pears? Because pears were on BOGO at Publix that week. So I used 3 of them, sliced them in half, roasted them in the oven. They were so delicious. We all had seconds. We ate it all. And the rest of them I roasted up in the oven. And I was using them for my yogurt bowls with some cashews last week, or for the last week and a half or so. It just made me so happy to be able to do that in a way that was healthy, but that was also delicious. But anyway, I've talked enough about that. Let's go ahead and take a look at my Healthy Woman Corner Crunchy Toppings bar. So what I did was I measured from here to here to make sure that when I got to the store, I knew the length, and also from here to here to know how much room I had for the height. So I would know what size jars would fit on both levels. I wanted to get as much out of the space as possible by stacking. Now I might be making this sound a little bit more complicated than it actually is, but basically make sure you know the width and the height, so you know approximately how tall these should be, and then you'll know how tall you can get these glasses and these under here. I knew I wanted to do a mixture of these 12-ounce ball jars because I had a bunch of those, and then these came from IKEA along with these 2 shelves here. I got a box of these, a case of these at Publix, and just these 2 little shelves from IKEA. And that was it, y'all. It was very, very simple. I put these together. They took about 5 minutes each to put together. And then I just put all of these in the dishwasher, obviously, to get them clean and dry. And went ahead and proceeded to put my items in here. This is some wheatgrass, and a 1/4 teaspoon of this I put into some lemon water every morning when I come back from the gym. And before I go back for my nap, I do a 1/4 teaspoon of this along with a scoop of spirulina and some lemon water. This is some chia seeds that I sometimes put in my smoothies or my yogurt bowls. These shaved almonds, I love These taste really good on salads. As a matter of fact, like when I do my copycat version of the kale crunch salad from Chick-fil-A, my version, I toast some of these to put in the kale crunch salad recipe, and they are so delicious. I put these in yogurt bowls and everything. These are some blueberry yogurt covered pretzels. I really like adding these to popcorn and yogurt and stuff like that. Here I have some banana chips, and most of these items, like I can just take a tablespoon or two and crunch it up or whatever, and this adds a nice little crunch. So if I'm in the mood for like a banana pudding type of flavor or whatever, then I can do some banana chips. But y'all, all this stuff mix and matches so well. I can literally just come here and say, oh, I want some banana chips and some chocolate chips or some sunflower seeds or whatever. But before I explain everything else, let me go ahead and tell you what's in here. This is some cacao powder that I mix in my smoothies. Sometimes I put it in my yogurt if I want like a chocolatey vibe going on. So I always keep that on hand. Hiding behind here is actually some white cheddar popcorn seasoning that I use sometimes. Normally I'll put like hot sauce and nutritional yeast or truffle salt on popcorn, but I did see this in Aldi a couple of weeks ago, and it's 0 calories, so occasionally I will use this, and it's really, really delicious. And here is my favorite flax meal. I have this on my yogurt every single day. Sunflower seeds. And here I have some barbecue almonds. Y'all, these things right here are so amazingly delicious. Oh my God, I think these are by the Emerald, the Smokehouse Barbecue. So good. If you have not tried these, get them. Y'all know how I am about the Publix BOGO, so every time these are on BOGO, I always grab some. Now, another one of my favorites for yogurt, smoothie, salads especially, are pumpkin seeds. I love just having a place where I feel like I'm treating myself, but it's with something really healthy. This is some homemade granola. I told y'all I have been literally just craving and loving cashews lately, and they were on BOGO last week, so I got some more to fill this up. Oh yeah, I have an overflow cabinet too where I keep all the extras, so I try not to run out of this stuff so I can always just have it ready to refill. Nuts are very high in fat and calories, so normally I'm only going to have a tablespoon or two in my yogurt. I may have a little bit more when I'm having my popcorn, but really when you're mixing it with popcorn or trail mix, you don't need a whole lot. Pecans, like we say in South Carolina, I think some of y'all say pecans, but some crushed pecans. These are some 7 Sunday gluten-free cereal that I got from Costco, and these are really good. I think they taste kind of like Cocoa Puffs. So again, if I want like some chocolate type of vibe going on, I can mix some cacao powder with a smoothie bowl or with a yogurt bowl, add a couple of these on here, and I got a little chocolate treat going on. These are really good. And these are some cacao nibs. Y'all know what cacao nibs are. Basically the whole form of this right here is in powder form, and these are the actual hard nib form. Sometimes I just want to mix in a peanut butter vibe, so this is some PB2, which is a lot less fat and a lot less calories, so I can stir this in or blend this into a smoothie. I love doing cacao powder and PB2 together to make like a chocolate peanut butter smoothie. Tastes like a chocolate peanut butter milkshake. So good. And here I have some salted roasted peanuts, some popcorn with some peanuts and a little bit of these chocolate chips. Is so good too. And these are some clean, I forgot the brand, but they went on BOGO at Publix, and I stocked up on a couple of bags of some mini chocolate chips. A little goes a long way, and these are yummy. Shredded unsweetened coconuts. So if I want to mix like a pina colada type of vibe, I can do a yogurt bowl or a smoothie bowl and use some shredded coconut with pineapple. So love that. And last but not least, I have some craisins, salads, trail mix, mix it with popcorn. Y'all know. And that's it. This again has been a game changer for me. I love having this here. I love just opening it up and seeing all of the stuff here. There's just an infinite array of things that you can do super, super grown woman and super, super important for my anti-aging healthy habits system. We're gonna unbox something together. It's gonna be another treat that I'm gonna have that's gonna be healthy, that I'll be able to utilize all of these healthy crunchy toppings to make some wonderful summer treats. So this box has been sitting on the side of this island for about a month now because I wanted to unbox it with you guys. I cannot wait to start experimenting with it. Oh my God, I'm so excited. Oh, ooh, 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 ooh. Yes, the moment I've been waiting for. Here it is. Y'all, I got the Ninja Creami. Ta-da! The Ninja Creami. What girl doesn't like a good bowl of ice cream? Can you imagine, y'all? Banana split. I'm gonna be experimenting with ice creams made from my homemade yogurt as a base. I'm gonna be experimenting with making sorbets. I'm gonna be experimenting with mixing. So it's going down, y'all. Stay tuned. In the upcoming video, we're gonna be making some ice cream, homemade, healthy, sweet treats with all kinds of wonderful toppings from my Healthy Woman Corner. So come back and stay tuned. It's going down. We're aging gracefully, beautifully, happily, without deprivation. I do have one symptom that's been happening as far as perimenopause. I think I told you guys, I was one of the people that was fortunate enough to have a regular every 28-day cycle. But then somewhere around, I would say 36, 37, it went to 27 days and then 26 days. And it was kind of starting to get shorter and shorter. I did some research on it for years because it took a long time for it to kind of like get shorter. I think I was well into my 40s by the time it got down to like say 25 days. I think the lowest it ever went down was like 21 days, but that was kind of like a hit or miss type thing. And over the years, I was doing research and wasn't finding anything until recently. 2 years ago, I did finally find out what was causing that issue, and I started taking a supplement for that, an all-natural supplement, and that has allowed me to manage that situation a lot better. And so I'm very, very grateful about that. I never thought of myself as having any mood swings or any type of mood issues, even during PMS or anything like that. But just because, like I said, I like to get ahead of things. So once I learned about it, I said, you know what, it won't hurt to just start taking it. And y'all, I was like, I feel wonderful. I didn't notice that I felt any type of way before, but I immediately feel better. I feel great. I think like most of the time I feel like I'm walking on sunshine. Don't make me feel like it's I'm selling you a pie in the sky dream, but like I said, for me, I wasn't having any mood swings or that I'm aware of. But once I started taking this, I just feel great, and I'm gonna continue to take the St. John's wort. And I kind of got lazy for a couple of days because I'm totally not perfect. Like I said, if I don't have my system set up, your girl is gonna fall short. So I had forgotten to fill out the little my little pill dispenser. So I went like maybe about a week, and I was like, oh, you know, it's no big deal. I didn't think about it. I'm still drinking my tea. I'm doing this, I'm doing that. And lo and behold, about a week or so went by, and I would wake up starving. I'm like, oh my God, I could not do my intermittent fasting like I normally could. And then it dawned on me like, oh, I have not been taking my alpha lipoic acid. And I realized this stuff works for me. So I am like, okay, I'm not gonna be falling short. I'm gonna fill up my pill dispensers, and I'm gonna take my supplements religiously. So I'm actually glad that happened, because it taught me that I'm taking these things not only because I'm like, okay, I'm taking it because I want to get ahead of it, but I'm taking it, and this stuff is actually working for me, y'all. It literally is working for me. And as soon as I started back taking it, my blood sugar stabilized. I wasn't starving. I wasn't like getting those anxious, hungry moments. And yeah. So St. John's wort, alpha lipoic acid. I'm not a doctor. I'm not telling anybody what to do. I'm just telling you what works for me. So if you're so inclined to, definitely check those two out. And something else I think we don't necessarily connect to wellness is the type of relationships that we're in. And the reason why I say that is because my current relationship is one where I feel so cared for and so held and so just all the things. There's no confusion, because I've experienced that before. The more I understand how that type of instability in a relationship increases stress hormone, cortisol. Safe love actually calms our nervous system. It lowers cortisol, which is the stress hormone. It actually helps your body to relax. For me, feeling safe in a relationship has allowed me to just exhale, you know. There's the movie Waiting to Exhale, and it has kind of like a new meaning for me now, because I don't necessarily think that in the movie they were talking about waiting to exhale as in to get into a new relationship. It was waiting to exhale just to be able to finally be at peace. And being in a safe relationship, I'm finally able to exhale and feel peace. Then I'm doing research and realizing that just the act of cuddling, being held, that stuff releases oxytocin. Being held, being cared for, it's not just emotional, it's biological. We were made to be together. So not everyone is going to choose a relationship, but for those of us who do, especially, and I can, again, as always, I can only speak for myself. I need that, I want that, and I'm grateful for that, because I know it's adding to my wellness. Knowing that I have peace in my relationship is adding to my health, because less stress, regardless of what, equals better heart health. And peaceful relationships, therefore, can help you have a longer life. And that deep sleep after being loved on, it's real, guys. It's so real for me. I've been through the ringer when it comes to relationships. And like my sweetie says now, you know, God will pay you back double for your trouble. And I truly, truly believe that. I haven't been one to put up with a lot, but I think, you know, as we get older, sometimes you may kind of say, well, okay, you know, let me kind of see what's going on. But being in a situation where I don't have to be anxious, I don't have to overthink anything, I don't have to be confused, the overall peace and happiness that has been added to my already inner happiness is just amazing for me. And I have definitely had to realize for sure, as it pertains to wellness, not all relationships are beneficial. Because if a relationship has me anxious, confused, overthinking, then I know it's going to have the direct opposite effect and all the benefits that I just talked about. And those are the types of relationships that will aid you. For me, experiencing this type of peaceful love is so stabilizing for me that I could never go back to anything that's not this. Stressful relationships will aid you. And we are not having that over here, okay? We're simply just not. Because aging beautifully, gracefully, and happily is the real flex. We're all about finding our happiness through how we live, through how we set up our lives, and for what we allow, the standards we have, not only for others, but the standards we have for ourselves. So I'll see you guys in the next video.